In a sky full of big, booming clouds that loved to show off with thunder and rain, there was one little cloud named Nimbus. Nimbus was different. He was quiet and shy. While the other clouds rumbled and flashed, Nimbus would just drift along, silently watching the world below. The other clouds often teased him. "Why are you so quiet, Nimbus?" they'd ask. "Don't you have any thunder in you?" Nimbus would just blush a faint gray and drift away, wishing he could be as bold and important as they were. One hot summer, the sun blazed down on the earth for weeks and weeks. The beautiful, green fields turned brown and dusty. The once vibrant flowers drooped their heads, their petals crisp and dry. The little animals of the forest, like Squeaky the squirrel and Hoppy the rabbit, grew thirsty and tired. The big river that flowed through the land shrank to a tiny, slow-moving stream. Everyone was worried. The big, loud clouds tried to help. They gathered together, puffed out their chests, and rumbled with all their might. They tried to make lightning and thunder, thinking that would surely bring rain. But all they managed was a lot of noise and a few dark shadows that quickly passed. Their efforts were all for show, and they didn't have enough real moisture to make a single drop of rain. They soon grew tired and frustrated, and drifted off to rest. Nimbus watched all of this from high above. His little cloud heart ached for the thirsty flowers and tired animals. He saw Squeaky the squirrel trying to find a nut, but the ground was too hard to dig. He saw Hoppy the rabbit listlessly lying in the shade, too weak to hop. He knew he had to do something, even if he was just a small, quiet cloud. He remembered what his grandpa, a wise old storm cloud, once told him. "It's not how loud you are that matters, but what you're made of." Nimbus had spent all his time quietly gathering tiny bits of moisture from the air, collecting them drop by drop. He wasn't big and flashy, but he was full of substance. Taking a deep breath, Nimbus started to drift towards the parched fields. It was scary. He was all alone, and the other clouds had failed. What if he failed too? But then he looked down at the drooping flowers again and found his courage. He focused all his energy, not on making noise, but on gathering his moisture together. He puffed himself up as much as he could, turning from a light, fluffy white to a deep, hopeful gray. He positioned himself right over the driest part of the forest. He closed his eyes and pushed. At first, only a tiny drop fell. Plink! It landed on a dry leaf. Then another. Plink! Plonk! And then, a gentle shower began to fall. It wasn't a loud, angry storm, but a soft, steady rain. The thirsty ground drank it up eagerly. The flowers lifted their heads, and the leaves of the trees seemed to sigh with relief. The rain fell for hours. Nimbus gave everything he had, until he was just a tiny wisp in the sky. But below him, the world was transformed. The fields were turning green again. The river was starting to fill, its gentle gurgle returning. Squeaky the squirrel was happily splashing in a puddle, and Hoppy the rabbit was nibbling on fresh, wet clover. When the other clouds woke up, they were astonished. They saw the green, vibrant land and couldn't believe their eyes. They looked for the source and saw the tiny, almost invisible wisp of what used to be Nimbus. They realized it wasn't their loud thunder but his quiet, determined effort that had saved the day. From then on, they never teased Nimbus again. They understood that true strength isn't about being the loudest, but about having the heart to help when it's needed most. Nimbus, though small, had shown them all what it meant to be a real hero. And that brings us to the lesson of the story. It is not how loud you are, but the good you do that truly matters. Your quiet actions can have the biggest impact. Here's another story for you. It's about a little firefly named Flicker who was afraid of his own light, while all the other fireflies would zip and zoom, lighting up the night sky in a beautiful dance. Flicker would hide under a big leaf. He thought his light was too small and wobbly. "It's not as bright as the others," he'd whisper to himself. One evening, a baby hedgehog got lost in the darkest part of the woods. He was crying because he couldn't see the path back to his mommy. The other fireflies were busy playing a game of tag and didn't notice the little hedgehog's cries. But Flicker, hiding under his leaf, heard him. His heart went out to the lost baby. Overcoming his fear, Flicker took a deep breath and let his light shine. It wasn't the biggest or the brightest light, but it was steady. He flew down to the hedgehog. His little wobbly light was just enough to illuminate the path. He guided the baby hedgehog step by step, all the way back to his mother's burrow. The mother hedgehog was so grateful. She told Flicker, "Your light, no matter how small you think it is, was the biggest and brightest light in the world for us tonight." Flicker learned that even a small light can make a huge difference in the darkness. Don't ever be afraid to let your own unique light shine. And one more. In a cozy little burrow lived a family of moles. The youngest mole, Monty, was a collector. He collected shiny pebbles. He had red ones, blue ones, and even a swirly green one. He loved his pebbles and never shared them. One day, a heavy rain flooded the burrows, and all the mole families had to move to higher ground. But the new ground was very rocky and hard to dig. All the moles were struggling to make new homes. Monty watched them, clutching his bag of pebbles. Then he remembered how his father used the hardest stones to break up tough soil. He looked at his beautiful, shiny collection. It was the hardest thing he ever had to do. But he walked up to the other families and offered them his pebbles. "You can use these," he said quietly. The moles were overjoyed. Using Monty's hard, shiny pebbles, they were able to break up the rocky ground and dig new, safe burrows for everyone before nightfall. Monty felt a warmth in his heart that was shinier than any pebble. He learned that the joy of sharing and helping others is the greatest treasure of all. I hope you enjoyed these stories today. Each one shows us that kindness, courage, and generosity are the real superpowers. If you love these stories and want to hear more, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a new adventure. Thanks for listening, and see you next time.